Hello. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at student lists and how to search and sort student information using a list screen. In SMS, this option is located under Students, Student Browse. The Student Browse area is what we call a list screen, or a simple list of student and other information. Here in this screen, I can click on various columns to sort the information in different ways, or on the lower right-hand side, enter a value for a lookup. This can be part of a student's name, part of an ID number, and so on. So if I want to see, in this example, students whose first name or last name begin with the letter C, I can enter a C under my lookup. And when the screen refreshes, we've seen that we now have jumped to the C students on my list of students here. In Cumulative, we do have a similar feature, and that is located under the main menu, under Students, and the Student List feature. At first glance, this looks identical to the Student Browse screen within SMS, and we can do many of the same things here, such as clicking into a column to sort the values in different ways. In Cumulative, when you click a column, it does change the search field that appears on the top left-hand side of the screen. So when I click on last name, my search is going to be for last names. If I click on the first name column, my search changes to looking up students by first name. Other options that are available here include using filters within the columns themselves. For example, I have a filter set on my grade column to only look at 11th graders. We're going to go ahead and reset this, and I'll show you how to use filters to refine the exact list of students that you're trying to see here. Okay, this screen has now been reset to default. So, using this as an example, perhaps I only want active 11th graders to appear on my screen. What we'll need to do for that is click into the gear icon on a column to set a specific filter. I will click on my gear, open up my field, scroll down to Filter By, and select True for current active. And under my grade field, once again, we'll click on the column, Filter By, and in this case, I can choose Selection, and then specify just my 11th grade. And then once saved, my student list is now only active 11th graders. And I can see here that filters have been applied because there is a filter funnel looking icon appearing in each of these columns. Additional things that can be done here within the student list screen that were not available within SMS include clicking on the More button on the top right hand side and running the data within the screen as a PDF quick report, exporting the data as a CSV or an Excel file, or creating what is called a live tile. If I do choose to click on Live Tile, I can name my tile, and my tile will contain information based on the filters I have set on my screen. So in this case, my tile should be active 11th graders. And we'll click on Save. And from my student list, filtered to active 11th graders, I can now go back to my home screen and see my live tile. The tile is called a live tile because based on that filter, anytime I have another 11th grader join my school, the count will change. So I'm always seeing a live count of the number of records that were present when I created the tile off of that filtered student list screen. And clicking back into my tile will bring me right back to the student list screen here within Cumulative. Other options that were also not available within SMS include the ability of rearranging columns to how you see fit, and clicking within a column that you may not want to see, for example, middle name, clicking the gear icon, and clicking on Delete Column. Cumulative also offers the ability to insert columns that are not otherwise showing on the screen. So if I want to insert a new column between grade and grad year, once again, I can click into one of my gear icons, select Insert Column, and a list of other student-related fields that are within the file structure here within Cumulative will appear. Most of these fields are not present by default on the student list. So we can go in and maybe on the student list, I want to see, what is the total number of tardies the student has. I would select the field and it's going to show tardy counts now on my student list. And this is now available to export to show in a live tile and so on. So much more functionality on a student list screen here in Cumulative than was previously available within SMS.